Good. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome here. My name is Tyler Ham. I'm one of the graphic designers here at Decor Cabinets, and I'll be your host today for today's Academy webinar. Today, I am joined by Lee Penner. Thanks for joining us, Lee.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Would you start us off on today's webinar here? I hear you have some great stuff for us today.
For sure. So, I'd like to welcome you. Thanks for joining us for today's webinar, Design with Confidence. Exploring door styles and the power of Door Builder. So we're going to review our agenda today. So we'll start with an introduction and then review our objectives. Then we'll look at the latest door styles from Decor and which ones are currently the most popular. We'll explore tips on choosing door styles, and we'll look at Decor's fantastic Door Builder tool. We'll end with time to answer any questions or address any comments you may have. As Tyler said, my name is Lee Penner. I used to be a teacher. But 8.5 years ago, I started working at my dream job, designing kitchens for 239 by Decor. So 239 by Decor is actually where we are right now, and it is Decor's showroom here in Morden. So I'm a member of the National Kitchen and Bath Association, and in 2019, I earned my Associate Kitchen and Bath Designer certification, and I received my Certified Kitchen and Bath Designer designation in 2020. So our objectives for today's webinar are to discover the latest and most popular door styles for cabinetry, learn tips on choosing the perfect door style for any project, and explore Decor's Door Builder tool and effective ways to use it. Decor has released several new door styles in the past year, of which there have been many. So we're going to review some of them. We're going to start with the V175H. Now this door style is similar to the V175. It has the same construction and sizing, but its difference is the fact that the grain direction on the center panel runs horizontally instead of vertically. So while I don't have any real life kitchens to share with this door style, I do have a project we did recently using the V175 door style, and you can see here we used it for the base cabinets on this kitchen. So with the V175 door style, you can choose if the grain will run horizontally or vertically on the drawer fronts. Here, they run horizontally, so you can get an idea of what the V175H looks like by looking at the drawers. And then here's a close-up of one of the drawer fronts.
1 second, we can't see what you're showing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
just going to take a quick break here. We're going to fix up that
That's not
presentation to
good.
make sure we can see everything here. So one thing, Lee, that actually we had filmed recently, you were actually in a video with Megan, actually just filming some things that you enjoyed for your kitchen that you actually have designed. So what were some of those things that were your favorite items? I was here, but I didn't get to see those items.
Well,
so.
it's funny because, yeah, she had asked me what I, feel every kitchen must have, and I did my own kitchen in 2020, and so I have all of those things in my kitchen because I feel they are must-haves. So
Okay.
I think one of them was removable partitions over the fridge. So I have those over my fridge to store all my cookie
Oh,
sheets and baking
yes.
trays and things like that, because it makes really good use of the space above the fridge, which is so high and so deep, it's hard to reach anything there. But this way you only have to be able to grab the bottom.
And you never want to
shelf.
be like bending over to picking up those things anyways, right?
Yeah,
So,
I used to, in my old kitchen, I remember I stored a bunch of those underneath the drawer underneath my stove.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's really nice and they're organized. What else did I say? Decor has a spice utility rack. I think we call it the spa. So it's the full
Ooh.
height with where all the trays are attached to the door. So when you open it, you've got the levels and the shelves. So then you have the pull-out shelves. So you can have your spices and your oils, and that one's a really good thing.
That's
to
so
have.
nice because then you can see everything right away
Mm-hmm.
all at the same time.
Sorry, I'm just going to refresh your PowerPoint because it was not showing on our side.
All right.
Okay.
We're getting tech support here with us at the exact same time. This is great. Just getting that presentation refreshed here. Making sure everything works properly. Okay, was there anything else there, Lee, that you were? Those-
That was two of the things, and
Yeah.
then the
Kitchen
pull-out
spice rack.
trash is really nice.
Oh, so nice.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I didn't put the servo drive on mine. Sometimes I'm sorry because sometimes you have gunky stuff on your hands. You don't really want to grab the handle. I'm kind of pulling it open with just a pinky to not get it dirty.
And
But
the
yeah.
servo drive is the kick feature, or?
Yeah, you can just knee it. Like if you could press it with your knee or your foot or anything, it'll just pull out. It's
Oh,
like a motor
beautiful.
there.
Beautiful.
So, yep.
Love it.
Is that working now or?
We are still working on it.
Okay. And then, so I had that. And then, oh, the corner Super Susan. So it doesn't have the pole. It's got the nice trays for your corners for the pie cut corner. That's one of them. And I'm trying to think what the fifth thing was.
There's the Super
so
Susan,
funny.
and then there's the. Oh, that goes in the corner cabinet. The
Yes,
Lazy
the
Susan
corner.
is also the thing, but it just
Yeah.
spins inside of it. Yes.
Yeah, it spins inside. We call it super because it's actually quite large. Like you can get the smaller one, but if you go up like 36 or wider, then it comes with a larger tray.
Oh, I
So
see.
it's really nice.
Perfect.
And yeah, we used to have one like in our old kitchen, but it had the pole, and it always just really limited what you could put on there. But without the pole, like I have like my roasters in there, my 9x13 pans, my smaller like choppers, like you can just fit so much stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it all just turns, so you're not bending down to try and like get things out. It just turns to you.
If there was anything that you wanted to put in your kitchen now, would there be another item that you're like, oh, I wish this would have been that item?
I don't think so.
You got them all.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in
Yeah.
my.
And I decked it all out. Like I have the drawer inserts. And my husband even said, like, after they were installing it, he's like, well, you sure decked out this kitchen. And I said, well, we had moved to the farm where he had grown up. And I said, this is my forever home. I said, I want to have it all, this is going to be the only kitchen I design most
Yep.
likely. So
That's
but yeah.
wonderful. I think if there's one thing that I could put in my kitchen right now, it would be the Super Susan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have some corner cabinets at our place that
It's just a shelf.
it's just a shelf.
That's the worst.
And they are not well used. And since being a decor, it's like the Super Susan. That is the thing. So it's on my
There you go.
wish list.
You come see me and we'll
Oh, yeah,
design
we'll
you a
come
new
see you.
kitchen. Yeah.
Right down the hall.
Are you able to tap, to hitch to the slide you were on currently?
Oh, that was.
It was there.
Yeah, that was.
We did our objectives.
Yeah, we were just talking about.
Oh,
the
there.
vertical.
Sorry.
Okay, give me
175.
1 second. I think we got it working.
Thanks for waiting up, folks. We do appreciate it. You're just, the live always has a little bit of things that we got to work out, and we're making our way through it. So, thanks so much.
Did I need one more? One more.
Yeah,
Where? Okay.
good to go.
Go ahead. Wow. It's spinning again.
Next slide.
Yeah, what slide are you on right now?
I'm on the one with the drawer. It just looks like the drawer.
Oh my god.
Number 13.
13.
14.
13 and 14. We're both looking at the V175.
So every time we go to present, it stops showing your slideshow. That's where we're at.
Okay. Is there a, so looking at our door styles here for a second, Lee, is there a certain one that you'd say would be on like a very popular trend right now that you've seen?
Yes. And I'm
you're
going to
gonna
review
talk
that. I'm
about
going
it.
to talk about it later.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pop in some information here that.
Okay, so I see a drawer.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, can you tab to the next? Okay.
Now you see 3 doors.
So go back to
Great.
where you were.
Yeah, we were just one before.
Okay, give us 1 second and we should be good to go.
Nice. Yeah, we're actually.
Should I go back and review anything, or is that good?
If you could go back maybe a
Okay.
few slides.
Okay, great.
Maybe I'll just go to the.
Okay, all right.
That's good?
Thanks so much, folks. You are great. You're great to be here. Thanks.
Okay, so we'll continue and we'll start with the V175H. So this door style, like I said before, is similar to the 175, but the difference is the fact that the grain direction on the center panel runs horizontally instead of vertically. So it's nice to have that option now. And then I have a kitchen here where we use the V175 on the base cabinets, but we did, for the drawers, it's running horizontally. So then you can kind of see how those work. Because with the V175, you can choose which way the drawer direction will go. So you can choose for it to go vertically or horizontally. And here they chose to do it vertically, or horizontally, sorry. So you can see how that works. And then here's a close-up of the drawers. Okay. And then we have our V530 series. So again, this is similar in construction to the V175, but on the V530, the stiles and rails are 3/8 of an inch wide instead of 1 inch, like it is on the V175. And it comes with a book match version called the V530B, and which has grain matching within the cabinet. And it also comes with a version where the grain direction is in the center, on the center panel is horizontal, and that one is the V530H. So H for horizontal. And then if you like to pair this door style with a matching painted version, you can use the MDF 875 and adjust its stiles and rails to 3/8 of an inch to match. And this past fall, we put in a new display in our showroom with the V530 door style in clear alder moss. It's on the tall cabinets on the left of this photo. And we paired it with the V106 for the base cabinets and the MDF 800 for the painted upper cabinets in simply white. And here's a close-up photo that you can see a bit of the detailing of the V530 door style. This photo also shows the tall door with the toe kick attached, which is a new feature that Decor is offering. And for the island, we did the MDF 875 with the 3/8 wide stiles and rails to match the V530 on the tall cabins. And next, we have our V586 series. So again, it's also similar in construction to the V175, but on the V586, the frame has a 15-degree outside angled bevel, and the stiles and rails on this door style are just under 7/8 of an inch wide. It has a horizontal version, so the V586, where the grain direction on the center panel runs horizontally, and the VB586 is made of fiberboard for a painted version of this door style. And you can see the fiberboard version of this door style on this coffee bar, and these are painted poised taupe. And here's a close-up shot of the drawers. And last, but certainly not least, we have our new Rita doors. So again, these are similar in construction to the V586 that we just looked at, but here the center panel is reeded. And you can see that it has the same size frame and 15-degree angled bevel as the V586, so they pair nicely together. And the VB583R is the painted version of the Rita door. So it's important to note that there are size restrictions with the width of the cabinets that can be made with these two door styles. So basically, for cabinets without an added door reveal on the left or right, for a cabinet with a single door, this starts at 6 inches wide, and then it goes up in increments of 3/8 of an inch. And for cabinets with two doors, and again, no added door reveals, they start at 24 inches wide and go up in increments of 3/4 of an inch. So if you don't, so you don't have to remember all of this, Decor has included a link to this very handy chart in the university when you search up either of these door styles. And unfortunately, I don't have a photo of a project that has this door style to share, but my coworker, Brooklyn, recently designed and sold this project, which is currently being made in the plant. So she was kind enough to share the color rendering with me, where she paired the FB583R with the MDF 800 door style and some Zonavita thermally fused laminate. So that's the latest door styles that Decor has released over the past year. Do you have a favorite? Have you designed with any of them yet? Please feel free to let me know in the chat. Also, don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions. So we're going to move on to popular door styles. There we go. I asked our sales department if they could share with me the most popular door styles that Decor sells, and they sent me this. So the 20 most popular door styles that Decor has sold over the past 3 years. So let's do a quick review of them. So we'll start with our shaker style doors. So the routed one-piece MFP 440 and its 5-piece version both made the list for painted shaker style doors, and both stained versions did too. The PP 430 has a ply panel center and the 2 3/4 inch stiles and rails, and the FP 440 has a solid wood center panel and the 2 1/4 inch stiles and rails. So both slim shaker door styles made the top 20, so the MDF 875 and the V175. And we also have all of our slab doors. So we have the MDF 800 for the painted version, and then all 3 versions of the V106. So vertical grain direction, grain matched vertical grain direction, and horizontal grain direction. Then we have all 3 stepped shaker door styles. So the one-piece MFP 740 and its 5-piece version in the painted MDF, or HDF, sorry, and then the FP 740 in stained. We have all of our doors with the 70 style and rail, both the ply panel and the flat panel for stained versions, and the one-piece MFP 633. And lastly, We have the door styles that have that kind of have the most decorative styles and rails. So the PP470 and FP470 for 5-piece, and the MFP 770 and MFP 831 for 1-piece routed HDF doors. So what do you think of this list? Would any of the same doors be on your top 20 list? Please feel free to answer in the chat. Now let's look at a few tips for choosing door styles. I'm noticing that a lot of the door styles from the top 20 list would fall into the transitional or contemporary design style. And this is really where we want to start when choosing a door style. We want to ask, what's the overall design style of the project or home? Is it traditional? If your clients are wanting a traditional kitchen, you may want to consider a cabinet door style with raised panels, beading, or molding details. These door styles often feature intricate detailing that add depth and texture to the space. Or is the design style modern or contemporary? Modern design style emphasizes clean lines, minimalism, and simplicity. For this style, consider a slim shaker or a slab front. Is it farmhouse? The farmhouse design style is warm, cozy, and inviting. If you have a farmhouse style kitchen or bathroom, consider cabinet doors with a shaker style design. These cabinet doors have a simple, clean look which complements the rustic feel of the space. In this kitchen, my client opted to choose the beadboard center panel for their door, and I love the texture it adds to the space. Or is the style more transitional? Transitional design style combines elements of traditional and modern design. With the transitional style kitchen, consider cabinet doors with a simple design such as the shaker style door. These cabinet doors can add a touch of elegance to the space without being too ornate or fussy. When choosing the right door style for a project, we also need to consider lifestyle, function, and maintenance. I find a lot of my clients choose a simple shaker door, slim shaker, or slab front because they don't want a lot of crevices and details to have to clean. When guiding my clients through the process of choosing their door style, I will usually begin by establishing if they would like a slab door or a 5-piece style. If they choose the 5-piece, then I will start with our shaker options, and if they feel that they would like something with a little more detail, I will show examples of doors with different styles and rail types. It's extremely beneficial to have different door style options on display in our showroom and in our merchandiser to help them make their selection. It's interesting though, because the style of kitchen I seem to do the most is transitional. A lot of the kitchens I sell have shaker doors. However, I don't sell the MFP 5440 or the FP 440 very often. The ones I sell the most are ones I create with DoorBuilder. So for those of you who are not familiar with DoorBuilder, it's a tool that Decor offers on Knex to create custom door styles. When you're creating a spec group for your cabinetry, instead of choosing a door style from the list of Decor's standard colors, you can create your own or modify a standard door style. Excuse me. I personally do the latter a lot because we have a display in the front of our showroom that shows, well, actually, we're sitting right here, that shows the FP 440 on the island in oak mist and a modified version of the shaker door style, which is actually a modified version of the FP 333 on the upper cabinets in painted maple distant gray. I explain to my clients that it's modified because the center panel is pulled forward, leaving the frame to appear less deep than the standard shaker. This depth on a FP 440 or PP 430 door style is 5/16 of an inch, but on the FP 333, it's half that depth at 5/32 of an inch. This really appeals to many of my clients who are looking for less surface to clean. However, because 3-inch styles and rails don't seem to be as popular right now, my clients will request the door with more narrow styles and rails, sometimes with the 2 3/4 inch width, which we show on our display, but most often with the 2 1/4 inch width style and rails. So to change the widths of the styles and rails, you would look up the door style in the university on Knex. Then, did that work? No. Oops. I'll do it here.
Yep.
There. Okay, sorry. Then, if you scroll near the bottom of the page, you'll find the DoorBuilder header.
Is this a video?
Yep.
Okay, maybe just have to hit play on our side.
Okay. Okay, so if you scroll near the bottom of the page, you'll find the DoorBuilder header. So here it lists the numbers of the styles and rails and center panel used to create this door. So for this door, it's 79, 79, and F30. So I have another video here on this next one. So now with this information, we'll go to create a new spec group. So it's good? Oops,
Hold on
I
one
have to,
second. The video slowed us down here.
okay.
Ooh,
Do I have to
video's
click it
downloaded.
here?
Um, hold on.
Everyone's waiting. How do I do it? I want to know.
Working on video.
Yeah, we're just
details.
drawing it out.
That was so cool though that you could talk about the kitchen right behind us.
I
So,
know, yeah, that's neat.
Talking
Yeah.
about the sun shade, how deep it is, I was like, yeah, I can actually see the difference there in it. So,
And I designed this kitchen 8 years ago. So we have this it'll be 8 years ago this spring that it was installed. So, and it's still super popular.
Getting
Like a
an
lot of people like it.
anniversary.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Like I can see how that it's not as deep as our usual ones that we've done.
Yep.
So.
Because this
Yeah.
would be here we have it here, the standard, and then there.
Yep.
Yep. So we changed it up.
And then you said that we just created the other one in the back of our showroom, the one that's actually part Zona Vida and part decor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we installed that one last fall, or this past fall. Yeah.
And I love that it has toe kicks. Those look so great
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
great.
so I'm
Okay.
gonna finish playing the video.
Oh, it's playing now?
We're looking at manage orders right now.
Yes, we are. Good to
Okay,
know?
good. Okay.
Awesome.
So do I have to click it?
No, it's
Okay.
playing it.
Okay. Sorry. So you're going to click on the create custom door at the top right hand corner, and then you'll click in the large box to start the door builder. On the right hand side, we can choose the widths of our stiles and rails, which range from 2 1/4 to 4 inches wide. And once those are both chosen, we can select our center panel. I don't know where we're at. Is that where we're at? Okay. So there's going to be, so our options include the ply panel, the flat slatted panel, the beadboard panel, and then a whole bunch of raised panel options. So we're going to choose the flat panel, the F30, and then for our style type, we'll choose 79. And you'll notice that now, for the rail type, the only option available is 79 to match. So Door Builder won't give you an option that won't work. So you don't have to worry about creating something that's not going to work. Then we'll pick a profile. And we won't add applied molding, so we can skip that step. And then we'll go and choose our species and color. Oh, it's still there? I don't know where we're at. So we're going to pick HDF, and for fun, we're going to do Vining Ivy because it's such a pretty color. And now that my door has been created, we can have a look at it. So I have an option to print out the information. Is it showing that part? And which can be helpful to share with your clients or add to a contract. Or you can email your clients directly from the screen. And if everything is how you'd like it, you can click OK. And then here on the right side of the box to create your spec group, all the details of your custom door are listed. And you can then fill out the rest of the spec group information and start entering your order.
It's catching up.
Yeah, sorry. I had timed it, but I needed to watch it at the same time.
Yeah, and here's a photo of that door.
Okay. And then here's a photo of the finished door.
Looks great.
And I have a few projects to share where I use this door style. So here in Chantilly Lace HDF for the upper cabinets and Clear Alder Uptown for the base and tall cabinets. And here's another one, again in Chantilly Lace. This is my best-selling white for the perimeter and railings for the island. And here's another one in HDF Dove Wing and White Rift Oak Loft in the perimeter and White Rift Oak Eclipse on the island. So the other shaker door that I order the most is created using the 73 style type. So here's what the 73 style and rail looks like. And by the way, the style and rail types can all be found in the knowledge base on Connex. So you go under decor and then door styles, custom door style, styles and rails, and then mortise and tendon, and then they're all listed. So they can all give you that information. So again, here's the 73 style and rail. And here it is compared to the 75 style, which is used for the FP440, the MFP 5440, and the PP430. So you can see that the thickness of the frame is the same, but on the 75, the angle is 10.3 degrees, and on the 73, the angle is 30 degrees, which creates more of a beveled look. So this beveled edge really appeals to my clients in thinking that it'll be easier to clean than a flat edge of the traditional shaker door. So I have another video. So I was going to show again how we create this door. Is that good? Okay, it's going. So, so we'll choose the widths of our stiles and rails. So again, I'm going to choose 2 1/4. That seems to be the most popular right now. And then we'll select our center panel, the F30. Oh, wait here, sorry. And then for our center panel, then for the style, we're going to choose 73. And then we'll choose that again for the rails. So again, there's only 4 that would actually work with the 73, but then I can pick that one. And then we'll select the profile, and then we'll go in and choose our species and color. So let's do HDF, and this time let's do Decorator's White. Good. And then here is a photo of the finished door. And again, I have a few projects to share where I use this door style. So here in HDF Dev Wing for the perimeter cabinets and Clear Alder Briar for the island. And here's the console vanity that we did in the same house as the kitchen in the previous slide, again in Clear Alder Briar. And one more. Here the perimeter is in Pavilion Gray and the island is in Oak Reef. So I've shown you how I use Door Builder to adjust the stiles and rails on a standard door and create a new door using different stiles and rail types. And the third way I've used it is to modify the style and rail type on an existing door. So a few years ago, when one of my clients was choosing her door style, she liked the look of the FP400. So the FP400, it has the 95 style, which is kind of like a little bit of a curved edge on the rail of the door, but straight edges, so the 75 on the stiles. And my client really liked the 95 edge and wondered if it could be on the stiles too. So I went to Door Builder and modified the FP400 for my client. Okay, so let's review the steps. So I start the custom door process, and then I choose, let's do 2 3/4 inch stiles and rails. And then F30 for the center panel. And then for this rail type, we'll scroll to the bottom and select 95. And now when I go to click the style type, it gives me 4 options. So the 75 is listed for the FP400, but 95 is also listed as an available option, so I can choose that for my door. And we'll choose H as a profile. And then let's go with Clear Alder for our species and Rain from our new Summit collection for the stain color. And there we have the door. No, it's not click. There. And so here's a photo of the finished door. Now, my client didn't pick this stain color, obviously, because Rain was just released last spring, but I thought it'd be a fun door color here to share. My client at that time chose Chantilly Lace HDF and Maple Beaujolais. And then, because I thought it was so pretty, I made sure I kept that door in our merchandiser. And sure enough, another client chose it for her kitchen renovation, which is pictured here. And she picked it in, you guessed it, Chantilly Lace HDF. So how about you? Do you use Door Builder? If so, for what? Please let me know in the chat. And now we have time for some questions and comments.
Yeah, at the moment we're looking at questions and comments, and I don't see anything at the moment, but we aren't going to close off just yet. We're going to wait just a few minutes here just to make sure that if you do have questions, you can think about those and then shoot them back into our inbox here or into our chat here. But yeah, that Door Builder, that's so easy to use. Like obviously I use a bit more design programs as I'm the graphic designer, but watching you use that, it's like, wow, I can build my door exactly how I want it. I can print it off and then I can literally just bring it to you and be like, this is what I'm looking for. That's so fantastic.
The email feature. Let's talk about the email feature again.
Email feature.
Oh yeah, because you can email that to your clients. Yeah, you can do it directly from there. So if they're not sure what they're looking for, or want to see, even especially if they want to see a few options, and if you don't necessarily have it as a real door in your merchandiser, then that's also a great way. Especially for like my one client who, you know, she was coming up with this idea for the door. So then we could kind of do it this way to start. And then we just created a small sample door for her. So then she could see that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds very quick and easy. So, yeah. So as we're looking at ending off here, Lee, was there any other comments that you wanted to add to the this session here?
No,
that you
I
have
mean,
for us?
I mean, I'm disappointed there were no comments or questions because I am just curious how many people do use Door Builder, because I find I use it a lot, and then the odd time when I'm creating an order that I don't have to use it, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't have to use Door Builder, I could just pick my door style from
Yeah.
the list, but that feels more, not as often as I do the custom, but I do really appreciate that feature, so. And I think there's areas too, I was looking like that you can save favorites and those kind of things, so if you know the one you want, you can add to favorites and see them, but I thought maybe you could pick that and it would just make that, but I think it just shows kind of what you have listed as your
Oh,
favorites,
Okay, you can make favorites. Does that kind of save kind of like a catalog?
And then when you click on, I can't show it now, but when you click on add favorites, that it was kind of popping up. And then there were also some decor favorites, so you could kind of get
Oh, that's
inspiration that way too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
yeah, it's a great tool for sure. Awesome.
Oh, hold on
Oh,
here.
is there a question?
Tyler, are you more of a slim shaker or a flat panel? That's a great question. As I'm actually watching this, I kind of feel like a flat panel.
Yeah.
Like, right now, the flat panel is
Where it's just nothing.
it's
Yeah,
just nothing.
flat.
Like that's
Yeah.
just so easy to clean. Like as a new dad, I see new spills happening in the house, and I could see that being very, very easy to clean. So I think right now I definitely see myself as a flat panel. And then Lee, how about your fave door style?
My fave door style is the one I create all the time, the one I sell the most. It's the one I put in my own house. So actually, the first photo I showed of that with the first door style I created with the 7979, that was actually my kitchen. So
Oh, yeah?
that's what I did in my
Oh.
house. So yeah, that's my favorite.
What you get when you're a designer, you can put it right into your house.
Well, and it's
That's
almost harder
wonderful.
because then there's so many options. So how do you narrow it down? It took me a while to actually make all my choices because there's just so many. But then the part of the love of my job is that I do get to create so many different kitchens and do different colors and all the photos I showed today. I think except for the first one with the horizontal grain were just either displays or kitchens that I've designed. So yeah,
That's
so I
awesome.
get to do a big variety of it. So like I
Wonderful.
said, it's my dream job. It's awesome.
Dream job. Okay. That is it. Looks like
Okay.
we're closing off today.
Then here.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
Lee.
for sure. Thank you. Thanks for having me, and thanks for everyone here who took part in our webinar, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah. See you, everybody.